Part 1. Spotting the pattern. Why some people just get it while others keep struggling. Think about your circle of friends, co-workers, or family. There's always at least one person who seems to cruise through life. They say, "I'm going to get that promotion." And a few weeks later, they're moving into the corner office. They mention, "I'm buying my dream home." And next thing you know, they're posting pictures holding the keys. Meanwhile, you've been putting in twice the effort, logging late nights, handling extra work without complaint. And still, opportunities keep slipping through your fingers. You're left wondering, did I somehow sign up for the wrong version of my life? Here's the thing. What separates those who make things happen from those who just hope things happen isn't luck, and it's not even just positive thinking. 1. Why positive thinking isn't the whole picture. We've all heard the advice, just think positive and things will work out. Sounds nice, but let's be real. You can be the most upbeat glass-half-full person in the room and still feel stuck. Why? Because positive thinking is just a surface coat of paint. If underneath it, you're still running an internal soundtrack that says, "I'm not good enough. I'll probably fail. Things never go my way." Your subconscious is taking that as the real instruction. It doesn't matter how much you smile in the mirror. If your inner dialogue contradicts your outward positivity, the subconscious listens to the dialogue, not the smile. 2. Your words plus your thoughts, your reality. Picture yourself as the architect of your own life. Your thoughts are the blueprint. Your words are the instructions sent to the construction crew. If your blueprint is messy and your instructions are unclear, or worse, negative, the crew, your subconscious, will still build exactly what you told it to. The truth is, you are constantly placing orders with the universe and your subconscious, whether you realize it or not. Every sentence you repeat in your head or out loud is like planting a seed, and those seeds will grow. Say, "I'm terrible with money" enough times, and you'll unconsciously make decisions that keep proving yourself right. 3. The trap of negative language habits. Most people have no idea they're programming themselves for failure with everyday language. First thing in the morning, "I'm so tired. Today's going to be awful." Faced with a challenge, "This is way too hard for me." Seeing someone else succeed, "They're just lucky. I could never do that." These might seem harmless, but your subconscious isn't laughing. It's filing each statement as a direct command. And here's the kicker. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between sarcasm, frustration, or truth. It just hears the order and says, "Okay, boss, I'll make it happen." 4. Two people, same situation. Very different results. Let's make this real with an example. Two people apply for the same management position. Candidate A thinks, "I've got the skills. I'm going to do my best, and even if I don't get it, I'll walk away having learned something." When they walk into the interview, they're confident, make solid eye contact, and naturally connect with the panel. The hiring manager senses their energy and says yes. Candidate B thinks, "They're probably going to pick someone with more connections. I don't really stand a chance." Even if they prepare, their doubt leaks through in their tone and body language. The panel feels the hesitation, and the job offer goes to someone else. The difference isn't just in performance. It started long before that, in the language and beliefs each person fed their subconscious. 5. Awareness is the first lever you pull. Here's the wake-up call. You are the narrator of your life story. Every thought and every sentence you speak about yourself is shaping that story. So the real question is, are you writing your story intentionally? Or are you letting it be written on autopilot? The people who always land on their feet aren't just lucky. They're running a mental script that consistently supports their goals. They give their subconscious clear, empowering instructions instead of vague, self-defeating ones. Key takeaway for part 1. You can't control every twist life throws at you, but you can control the script you're feeding your subconscious, and that script will determine the reality you live in. Part 2. How the subconscious actually works. Every single result you've ever created in your life can be traced back through the same chain. Thought, words, actions, results. It's not just a catchy motivational formula. It's literally the operating system of your brain. Your thoughts are the starting point, the raw materials. Your words are how those thoughts take shape and get broadcast, not only to the outside world, but also straight back into your own mind. Those words then influence your actions, often without you realizing it. And your actions, repeated over time, create the reality you live in. The catch? Most people are planting the wrong seeds right from the start. Ik hou van kind 1, planting weeds. Without realizing it. If your mind is a garden, your subconscious is the soil. It doesn't care what you plant. It will grow whatever you drop into it. Roses, oak trees, or poison ivy. It's all the same to the soil. When you say things like, "I'm so tired," "Nothing ever works out for me," "I'm just unlucky," you're tossing weed seeds into that garden, and the subconscious does what it does best. It nurtures them. It finds ways to make those statements true because that's what it thinks you want. Say, "I'm terrible with names" enough times, and you'll conveniently forget names at the exact moments it matters most. Tell yourself, "I'm bad with money," and you'll find yourself overspending on autopilot. It's not magic, it's programming. Part 2. The subconscious doesn't filter. The part of your brain you use to reason, judge, and make conscious choices, the conscious mind, is like a security guard at the door. It can decide what to let in and what to block. But your subconscious, it doesn't have a security guard. It doesn't analyze or debate. It doesn't say, "Oh, that was just sarcasm," or "She didn't really mean that." It takes every thought and word at face value and stores it as a piece of truth about who you are and what's possible for you. That's why self-deprecating humor can backfire. You might think it's harmless to joke, "I'm a disaster in the kitchen," but your subconscious is busy filing that under facts and will make sure your cooking stays at disaster level. Three, the feedback loop. Here's where it gets sneaky. Once your subconscious accepts an idea as truth, it goes to work shaping your perception to match it. Let's say you've been telling yourself, "I'm not good at speaking in public." Next time there's a chance to present at work, you'll feel a surge of anxiety before you even agree to do it. That anxiety will make you decline, or if you say yes, it will cause your hands to shake and your voice to crack. The shaky performance becomes proof you were right all along. "See, I'm not good at public speaking." Now the belief is stronger, which means the next opportunity will go the same way, maybe worse. This is the thought, words, actions, results, cycle in action, just in the wrong direction. 4. Why "I'll try" doesn't cut it. A big reason people stay stuck is because they feed their subconscious vague, weak commands. Think about the difference between "I'll try to get in shape," "I'm getting in shape." The first one is like telling your GPS, "Drive somewhere nice." It has no idea what that means, so you'll probably just end up where you started. The second is like entering a specific address. It knows exactly where to go. Your subconscious thrives on clarity and certainty. Half commitments don't activate it the same way. Five, emotional weight. Faster programming. Not all words carry the same impact. The ones charged with emotion, whether positive or negative, get burned into your subconscious faster. Think back to a time when you were furious and blurted out, "I'm such an idiot." That spike of frustration was like hitting save in your subconscious's memory. Even if you didn't mean it, the emotional charge made it stick. On the flip side, when you really feel the joy and pride of saying, "I'm proud of myself," that emotional energy also imprints the statement more deeply. That's why affirmations work best when you feel them, not just recite them like a grocery list. Lesson 6. The domino effect of tiny shifts. The good news is, just like you can plant weeds without knowing, you can also start planting better seeds without making huge, dramatic changes. Swap. "I'm so tired" for "I could use a little more energy today." Replace "I'm unlucky" with "good things are finding me." Switch "I can't afford it" to "how can I make it happen?" Each of these rewires the instructions you're giving your subconscious. And because your subconscious drives your actions, those actions eventually line up with the new narrative. It's not an overnight flip, but over weeks and months, the momentum builds. One better thought leads to one better choice, which leads to one better result, which reinforces the better thought. And suddenly the loop is working for you instead of against you. Seven, your subconscious is always listening. Whether you're talking to your boss, your spouse, your best friend, or just mumbling to yourself in the kitchen, your subconscious is paying attention. It doesn't clock out. It's recording the script 24/7. This is why venting can sometimes keep you stuck. If you keep telling the same frustrating story, how your boss never appreciates you, how dating is hopeless, how you're always broke, you're reinforcing that reality every time you retell it. You don't have to sugarcoat everything, but be aware. The more you repeat a statement, the more real it becomes in your mind, and the more your actions start to make it true. 8. Taking back the pen. Once you really get this, you start to see your thoughts and words differently. They're not just noise, they're instructions. You're literally handing your subconscious the script for what comes next in your life. The question is, are you giving it a script worth acting out? If you don't like your current results, trace them backward. What actions got you here? What words and stories drove those actions? What thoughts kept fueling those words? Change starts at the top of the chain. Adjust the thought, the words follow, the actions shift, and the results begin to change. Part 3, 6 steps to rewriting your reality. We've already seen in Part 2 how your subconscious takes whatever you feed it, good or bad, and works to make it real. Now let's talk about how to flip that process so it works for you. These aren't abstract theories. They're practical steps you can actually follow, starting today, to reprogram the script you're giving your subconscious. 1. Awareness, the surveillance phase. For the first 3 days, don't try to fix or change anything. Your only job is to notice. Carry a small notebook, open a notes app, or even use a voice recorder. Write down or record every single thing you say about yourself, whether out loud or in your head. You might be shocked at the patterns you discover. I'm so behind. I can't ever keep up. I'm bad with names. This always happens to me. This is the raw, unedited soundtrack your subconscious has been hearing. The goal in these first 3 days is just to become aware of the soundtrack. Think of it like a doctor diagnosing a condition before prescribing treatment. You need the data before you can make changes. 2. Editing your reality. Once you've gathered your script, it's time to rewrite it. This is where the weeds get pulled and the seeds of new growth are planted. Every time you spot a negative or limiting statement, rewrite it so it points toward growth or possibility. Example rewrites: I'm terrible with money. I'm learning to manage my money better every day. I can't keep up with technology. I'm getting more comfortable with technology as I practice. I never have time for myself. I'm finding new ways to create time for myself. The shift might seem small, but it's massive to your subconscious. You're moving from closing the door on change to opening it just wide enough for new possibilities to walk in. 3. From hope to certainty. One of the sneakiest traps in language is the word hope. I hope I'll get that job. I hope things get better. I hope I can lose weight. It sounds positive, but hope implies you're not in control. It's something that might happen if the stars align. To your subconscious, hope is weak fuel. Replace it with language of certainty and action. I'm on my way to getting that job. Things are improving for me. I'm already making choices that support my health. These phrases signal that the process has already started and you're part of it. The subconscious now gets clear marching orders. Keep going in this direction. 4. Use the golden hours. Your subconscious is most receptive at 2 points in the day. Right after you wake up, right before you fall asleep. That's when your brain is in a relaxed, suggestible state, not fully in defense mode. It's like the gate to the subconscious is wide open, waiting for instructions. Use these windows intentionally. Upon waking, repeat your rephrased, growth-focused statements. Imagine them as true. Feel the emotions you'd feel if they were already your reality. At night, replay small wins from the day that support your new script. End the day reinforcing the progress you're making. Think of these golden hours as planting time in your mental garden. Whatever you plant here grows faster. Five. Collect the evidence. One of the fastest ways to convince your subconscious to adopt a new belief is to prove it true, even in small ways. If your new statement is, I'm becoming more confident, write down every single moment that supports it. You spoke up in a meeting. You introduced yourself to someone new. You held eye contact a little longer than usual. If your statement is, I'm improving my health, track even the tiniest choices. You drank water instead of soda. You took the stairs. You skipped the late-night snack. The point isn't perfection, it's to build a visible trail of proof. The more evidence you collect, the easier it is for your subconscious to believe, this is who I am now. 6. Build a positive environment. You can do all the inner work in the world, but if you spend your days surrounded by people who constantly complain, criticize, or limit themselves, their words will seep into your subconscious too. Make it a priority to spend time around people who speak possibility, growth, and encouragement. They don't have to be endlessly cheerful, but they do need to talk in a way that aligns with where you want to go. And sometimes this means reducing time with limiting voices. That might be a friend who always points out what could go wrong, a coworker who never has anything good to say, or even certain media you consume daily. You're curating your mental environment the same way you'd curate the soil for a delicate plant. Patience is the multiplier. You wouldn't plant tomato seeds on Monday and get frustrated they're not ripe by Wednesday. The same rule applies here. Your subconscious has been running old scripts for years, maybe decades. It's going to take repetition and time for the new script to fully take over. The danger is quitting too soon. Most people abandon the process because they don't see results fast enough, not realizing the results were already in motion. Give it weeks, months. Treat it like a long-term investment. When you stay consistent, the compound effect kicks in. And one day you'll realize you've been living your new reality without even trying. Part 4. Start with the small stuff. After following the steps in Part 3, you've got your new mental script in place. But here's the thing. Big dreams are exciting, yet they can also feel so far away that your subconscious struggles to fully believe them at first. That's why you start small. Not because you're lowering your standards, but because you're building an undeniable track record of wins that your subconscious can't ignore. Why small wins matter more than you think. Your subconscious operates heavily on proof. If you tell yourself, I'm a disciplined, capable person, but you've got no daily evidence, the message won't stick. But when you create small, repeatable wins, being on time, keeping your space organized, finishing a task you've been putting off, you give your subconscious a steady stream of proof. Think of it like weight training. You wouldn't start with the heaviest barbell in the gym. You'd begin with lighter weights, get the form right, and then increase the load as your muscles adapt. Small wins are the light weights that prepare you for the big lifts in life. Examples of small shifts with big impact. Being on time, not just for work, but for meeting friends, calls, appointments. It signals reliability, not only to others, but to yourself. Organizing your space. A tidy desk, a clean kitchen counter, a made bed. You're telling your subconscious, I take care of what's mine. Finishing micro-tasks, replying to that email, paying the bill, fixing the leaky faucet. Each time you reinforce the identity of someone who handles things. These might seem unrelated to your big life goals, but they're not. They're training your mind to trust you. And once your subconscious trusts you in the small stuff, it's far easier to convince it you can handle the big stuff. The confidence feedback loop. Here's the magic. Small wins build self-trust, and self-trust builds confidence. Confidence changes the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and even the way you make eye contact. And when you start showing up differently, other people respond differently. If you consistently arrive on time, follow through, and keep your environment in order, people notice, even if they don't say it. They start to treat you as someone dependable, capable, worth listening to. That positive feedback from others reinforces your own belief. I'm the kind of person who gets things done. Now your subconscious has two sources of proof: your own actions and the way the world reacts to you. How small wins lead to big goals. Let's say your ultimate goal is to run your own business. If you can't manage your mornings, meet deadlines, or keep your workspace functional, your subconscious will quietly doubt your ability to handle the complexity of entrepreneurship. But if you've spent months proving, through dozens of small actions, that you follow through, stay organized, and handle challenges, that doubt shrinks. You've already trained the mental muscle you'll need for the bigger goal. It's the same principle elite athletes use. They don't just visualize winning championships. They visualize and execute tiny details. How they tie their shoes, how they breathe between sprints, how they start each day. Those small disciplines stack up. Unshakable. Your practical ways to start small. 1. Pick 2 to 3 keystone habits to nail every day. Examples: make your bed, spend 5 minutes decluttering, respond to important messages within 24 hours. Keep it simple enough that there's no excuse to skip. 2. Track your wins in a visible place. Use a wall calendar, habit tracking app, or sticky notes. Every check mark is a reminder to your subconscious. I follow through. 3. Link small habits to existing routines. Tidy your desk before lunch. Review your to-do list right after your morning coffee. This way, the habit becomes automatic. The what to do. When you slip, you will miss days. You'll be late sometimes. You'll leave a mess on the counter. That's fine. Perfection isn't the goal, momentum is. The mistake most people make is letting one slip turn into a spiral. See, I knew I couldn't stick with it. That thought hands your subconscious a negative order. Instead, treat a slip as a one-off event. Get back to the habit immediately, before the old script has a chance to reassert itself. Your subconscious notices the quick recovery and files it as proof that you're resilient. Vasashas when small starts, feeling too small. After a few weeks or months, your lightweight habits will feel automatic. That's the signal it's time to level up. Maybe you start showing up not just on time, but early. Maybe you go from keeping your workspace tidy to reorganizing your entire filing system. Maybe you take on slightly bigger projects you've been avoiding. Each new level feeds the next wave of confidence, and that confidence fuels your bigger ambitions. Why this step is non-negotiable. Skipping small wins and going straight for the huge goals is like trying to build a skyscraper without laying a foundation. The first strong wind, or setback, will knock you down. Small wins anchor you. They train your subconscious to see you as capable, disciplined, and worthy of bigger opportunities. And once you truly believe that, other people start believing it too, and they treat you accordingly. It's not magic. It's alignment between who you think you are, how you act, and how the world responds. And alignment is what opens the door to everything you've been working toward. Part 5, the 7-day affirmation. Challenge turning words into reality. Building on the small confidence-boosting habits from Part 4, this step is where you turn intentional language into tangible proof and create a feedback loop that reprograms your subconscious to expect success. The challenge is simple on paper, but surprisingly powerful in practice. Pick 3 affirmations, repeat them morning and night for 7 days straight. Actively look for evidence they're true, and share your progress to keep yourself accountable. Step 1. Choosing your 3 affirmations. Your affirmations are the blueprint your subconscious will work from, so make them count. Keep them short, present tense, positive, and specific. Instead of, I don't want to be stressed, say, I stay calm and centered under pressure. Make them personal and within your control. I'm on my way to a promotion is vague. I'm improving my presentation skills for a management role is actionable. Tie in emotion or sensory detail. I feel energized every morning has more impact than I have energy. Examples by category. Career. I prepare clear, compelling materials for every meeting. Health. I choose foods that make me feel healthy and strong. Finances. I manage my money with focus and intention. Relationships. I listen to others with full attention and empathy. Your Step 2, morning and night routine, 7 days. Morning, 5 minutes. 1. Stand tall, take 3 slow breaths. 2. Say each affirmation out loud or silently, 20-30 seconds each. 3. Visualize a small scene in your upcoming day where the affirmation is already true. See it, hear it, feel it. Night, 5 to 7 minutes. 1. Recall the day, find 1 to 2 moments that support each affirmation. 2. Repeat the affirmations again, feeling gratitude for any progress. 3. Write down the evidence in your affirmation journal. See Step 3. Pro tip: stack this habit onto an existing one. After brushing your teeth in the morning, before turning off the light at night. Being Step 3, tracking evidence. Your affirmation journal, create a simple table with date, affirmation, evidence, action taken, mood, 1 to 10. Example, ARG 1. I prepare clear, compelling materials for every meeting. Sent 2-page summary before 10 a.m. meeting. Spent 30 minutes refining slides. Mood. 7. Confident. What counts as evidence? Anything that hints your affirmation is true. A compliment, a small win, a better decision, a different feeling than usual. These micro-proofs are what teach your subconscious, this is who I am now. Step 4. Boosting the impact. Engage your emotions. Don't just recite words. Feel them. Emotion makes affirmations stick. Follow with tiny aligned actions. After saying I'm organized, spend 2 minutes clearing your desk. Action seals the deal. Record and replay. Listening to yourself say, affirmations reinforces conviction. Step 5. Share for accountability. Accountability multiplies follow-through. Options. Low-key public. Post something simple like, Day 3 of my 7-day affirmation challenge. Already noticing small changes. Accountability buddy. One friend who you text done to each day. Small group. 3 to 5 people doing it together, sharing one piece of evidence daily. Private route. Share progress only with a trusted person if you prefer privacy. Step 6. Handling resistance or missed days. Treat it like an experiment, not blind faith. Track data, adjust if necessary. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just restart the next day. If it feels awkward, whisper, write, or record instead of saying it out loud. Consistency matters more than volume. Step 7. Reviewing after 7 days. Ask yourself 1. Did I repeat affirmations morning and night at least 6 to 7 days? 2. Did I record at least one piece of evidence each day? 3. Is my average mood score higher than day 1? 4. Did I take any specific action because of my affirmations? 5. Did I share my progress in some way? If most answers are yes, keep going, level up your affirmations, or replace one with a new goal. If mostly no, adjust. Make the statements smaller, clearer, and more realistic, or add a required micro-action each day. Step 8. Extending beyond 7 days. 7, 21, 90 days. Early wins are the spark. Long-term repetition turns affirmations into identity. Tie to your small wins from Part 4. Let your earlier habits become part of your proof list. Weekly recap. Summarize your 3 to 5 strongest pieces of evidence to lock them into long-term memory. What to expect. Week 1. Heightened awareness, small behavior shifts. Weeks 2 to 4. Others start to respond differently, more positivity, new opportunities. Months 2 to 3. You begin to feel different, more confident, proactive, and grounded. Part 6. Conclusion. Speak your reality into existence. By now, you've seen the pattern. Your words are not just random sounds you toss into the air. They're the operating commands you're feeding your subconscious every single day. Every sentence you think or speak is either building the future you want or reinforcing the one you're trying to outgrow. Most people let this process run on autopilot. They say whatever comes to mind, not realizing they're planting weeds in the soil of their own life. They casually repeat phrases like, I'm always broke, I can't catch a break, I'm terrible at this, and their subconscious, ever the faithful servant, sets out to make those statements true. But now you're not most people. You've learned to see the process clearly. In Part 1, you recognize that some people seem to achieve what they want with ease. Not because they're lucky, but because their inner and outer language is aligned with their goals. In Part 2, you understood the subconscious mechanism: thought, word, action, result. You saw how negative phrases act like invisible anchors holding you back. In Part 3, you got the 6-step framework for consciously rewriting your inner script, from awareness to environmental influence. In Part 4, you built a foundation through small, undeniable wins that reprogram your identity and signal to others that you're capable. In Part 5, you turned your new language into a structured 7-day practice with affirmations, proof gathering, and accountability. That's a complete toolkit. You're no longer in the dark about how your inner language shapes your reality. The truth about speaking things into existence. Some people dismiss this as wishful thinking. They picture someone chanting affirmations in front of a mirror and waiting for magic to happen. But you've seen how much deeper it goes. Speaking with intention doesn't work because of some mystical loophole in the universe. It works because, 1, your words prime your brain to notice and act on opportunities you'd otherwise miss. 2, your words influence your actions. You make micro-decisions every day based on the story you're telling yourself. 3, your words influence others' perception of you. People respond to the confidence, clarity, and consistency they hear in your speech. When you change your language, you change your perception. When you change your perception, you change your behavior. And when you change your behavior, your results change. That's not magic. It's alignment. Why conscious language is a lifelong practice. Think of it like fitness. You don't go to the gym for a month, get in shape, and then quit forever. You maintain, you evolve, you refine. Conscious language works the same way. Even once you've shifted your self-talk, the old phrases can sneak back in, especially in moments of stress or fatigue. That's why you keep practicing awareness. You keep weeding the garden. You keep choosing words that move you forward. And here's the surprising part. Over time, you'll notice it's not even practice anymore. It's just who you are. Your natural speech becomes encouraging, precise, and forward-focused. Your subconscious defaults to solutions instead of problems. The ripple effect. You're creating changing your language isn't just about you. It impacts everyone around you. Your co-workers start to mirror your positive, solution-oriented tone. Your friends notice you're calmer and more proactive. Your family sees you modeling resilience and focus. People are drawn to those who speak with purpose because it feels rare and energizing. Without realizing it, you'll start influencing the language culture in your circles, replacing complaints with problem-solving, replacing doubt with direction. This ripple effect is one of the most powerful, understated benefits of the work you've done. A simple rule for the rest of your life. From here on out, apply one simple filter to your words. Spoken or internal? Is this statement something I want to make more true? If yes, say it. If not, rewrite it. This keeps you from unconsciously reinforcing the reality you don't want, and it trains your subconscious to treat every sentence as an intentional building block. The call to action. Speak something worth living. You've been speaking your reality into existence since the day you learned to talk. You just may not have realized it. Now you do. And with awareness comes responsibility. You can keep repeating the casual, limiting language of the past, or you can make every word a brick in the life you're building. So here's the challenge going forward. Speak like the person you're becoming, not the person you've been. Give your subconscious a clear, consistent blueprint to work from. Back your words with small daily actions that prove them right. Because at the end of the day, the words you choose are not just descriptions, they're instructions. And as you've learned, the world tends to follow the instructions you give it. Speak great things into being isn't just a catchy line. It's a directive, a way of living, a reminder that your life is, in large part, the echo of your own voice. The microphone's in your hand every single day. The only question is, what reality will you speak into existence next?